here again with another video. How long has it been? I don't know. It's been forever, like 3 months. We are launching this video to be the first. Hopefully, is this gonna be the trailer? Let's get down to the goddamn video. This video is a review of the Oppo Reno X10 Zoom. The reason why I got this thing is because I switched from, what was my phone before, Rob? After the Huawei. Now, after the Huawei, I got another phone, which was a disappointment. Samsung, yes, of course. So, you know what, Rob, hand me your phone. When I switched from my Huawei, I got myself a Samsung S10 because everyone was talking about the camera. I've tested the camera; it was good. The camera is good. It's still better in a way than the Reno. In a way. But I'll get into details in a bit. But the battery life, yo, come on, seriously, what is with the battery life? So now that this thing is out of the way, Rob, I'm sorry. So I had to give it to Rob, by the way. I sold it to him for $300, by the way, just which is $300, $307, $350, $1,000 real. Yeah, that's a piece cheap price. So go back to the Oppo. Oppo does what I like. And it does it well. Camera is very good. I cannot live without a wide angle camera. It's very important for me when I take pictures, especially if cramped tight places. Like one up. There's a lot of passages and it's a very small, you know, the place is big, but there's a lot of narrow pathways that you gotta take. And sometimes you want to take this wide angle where you just get the whole scene, and you need to have wide angles. Once you use a wide angle lens, you can never go back to just not having a wide angle. So for me, it's very important. The zoom, I'm gonna take pictures of like freaking lions and shit, National Geography. That's the job for someone else. I don't need to zoom. I don't need why a phone needs to have 20 freaking, you know, times zoom. For me, I like the phone to have the wide angle lens, a very, very clear low light main camera. That's the most important thing, and then the zoom is just like a little bonus. A double zoom is more than enough for me, which is something that I think the regular camera is capable of doing without any issues. Now that's it. Gaming performance. I will not lie to you. I have never tested it on gaming, but it's backing up the current 55, so 855. So that should be a very powerful processor. I mean, this processor compared to every other phone in the market is basically the same. You know, it's a very powerful chip. You know, let me talk about the front-facing camera. The front-facing camera in this thing is just a beast. That's the thing that distinguishes this phone from the rest. I was very hesitant about the idea of having a pop-up camera because, like, you know, this is not very reliable. I don't know, why would I want to have my phone pop up its camera, and it has this little bit of a risk factor. You know, it might get jammed somewhere. After the time, the mechanism might get weaker, and it's very difficult to damage it on your day-to-day like live use. So, and this other thing that I love about the pop camera. So let me see if I can show this in the camera. Maybe I can put on footage about it later, but once you open the camera, it pops up. And this awesome thing, Rob, by the way, in case you didn't know, if the phone falls, the camera shuts off, tucks itself back again. The thing that makes this phone reliable, or for me, is the selfie camera. I cannot stress how awesome the selfie camera is. You know, in fact, let me try to take some selfies here. Yeah, front-facing camera is the thing that does it for me, and it does it really well. Only problem that I have with is during low light situations, it tends to drop the frame rate so much, so your videos tend to be very choppy. But during in the sunlight, bright light, you got no problem. It's very crystal clear, and I love that. And as for the software, it's, you know, like battery life. Battery life. This thing lasts like forever. If I wake up during the day at 6 a.m. fully charged, by the time I reach back home to sleep at like 11 p.m., it would be at around 15 to 20%. So it's basically a whole day. You get a whole day with everything. 4G, Bluetooth, it's connected to my watch, everything. It just lasts you through the whole day. Well, the Samsung struggles to do that. I believe the iPhone is also having a hard time to get you through a whole day, you know, unless you get the Plus, or, you know, now they got the Max, and so, you know, unless you get that, it's probably not going to last you all the way to the end of the day. The Reno goes on through the end of the day without any issues. In terms of software, I love it. It's great. The only one thing I hate about it is the fact that it has no dark mode. It's really annoying when you're sitting there in the middle of the night trying to adjust the settings, browsing Instagram and shit, and then I've sworn again. There you go. That's another curse. That's another bad word. That's another boo-boo, another no-no. When you're trying to browse Instagram or the web or your menu, and everything is so bright and it just shines there and burns your freaking lenses, it's not very convenient in the middle of the night. You know, Oppo, I've never thought that, you know, something so reliable, so cheap can be so, something so cheap can be so reliable and so fast and just destroy, you know, I've compared this, by the way, to the iPhone 11. And let me tell you, the camera quality is like ways apart. The iPhone 11 doesn't stand a chance compared to this when it comes to the quality of pictures. You know, I've just been snapping pictures. I've never been in love with my phone camera as much as I did with the Reno. So, do I love it? Would I recommend? Yes, I do. Do I recommend it? Hell yeah! If you're an Android user, you know the problem with Huawei right now. I know the Huawei makes like the beasts of godly phones, but you know the issue that's happening with Google right now. So you stick to what works. So Oppo is something that I've tested, and I would highly recommend it. Yeah, that's a very great phone. Go for it if you're planning to get yourself a phone. At this time, Oppo Reno X10 Zoom is the phone I would recommend. So go for it. Yeah, it's great. That's it. You have anything you want to add, Rob? That's it. So. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video.